Today on the channel, I hatch a plan with Hatchy Man Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got Hatchy Man from the Super 7 Thundercats line. But for all your Super 7 needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there, and Hatchy Man comes to us from the latest and greatest wave, of course, of the Thundercats. And you can get these. I did get these via the Super 7 store. You can go over to Super 7, of course, use code KyleP at checkout to support this very YouTube channel. But they are shipping right now from Super 7 directly. Looks like Super 7 getting ahead of the big bad toy stores, Entertainment Earth, etc. of the world. Kind of the way it should be, and they're finally getting it done that way. So pretty cool to see that happen. So we'll see what happens in the future with some of the other lines as well. But Hatchy Man is here today, and he's ready to hatch you up, of course. A samurai with a heart of gold. Or maybe not so much, but samurais are always interesting in toy lines. Going back to the Silver Samurai from Marvel Legends, that's what I always think of as well. But Hatchy Man is one I remember distinctly seeing as a kid. Never owned it as a kid, but I remember seeing it. So he must have been a bit of a peg warmer back in the old LJN Thundercats days, because I saw him on a fairly regular basis, and he's one of the most recognizable Thundercat toys to me after all these years. So an interesting one. And one that honestly looks a little bit smaller than I imagined it to be in the package. And I've kind of seen that with this entire wave of Thundercats. They all seem to be a little bit undersized. And I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. I'm not sure. You guys feel free to comment down below. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Without further ado, let's see what the old Hatchy Man is up to right there. Thundercats logo down low. Big bubble window. Got that background, very familiar with Thundercats LJN. Once again, no cardboard box, that's long gone, but the slipcase cover gone as well. Man, I felt that really set Super 7 apart with that slipcase cover. It made it feel a little bit, I don't know, more ritzy is what it felt like. So now that is gone as well. In a cost savings measure, you can only imagine. Why else would they get rid of it? So we do see that gone now. Now on the side, nothing going on. On the back, though, we get a little bit of blurbage. We get a little story about one Hachiman. So Hachiman is a noble samurai from the planet of the Red Sun. Oh, the Red Sun. It's just like the Yellow Sun, but it's very red, and it's full of samurais as well. That's the other thing. And hibachi, apparently, with the Hachiman. Who knows? A skilled swordsman who wields the Thunder Cutter. Oh, the Thunder Cutter. He adheres to the code of honor known as Bushido, like a young G.I. Joe back in the day, if you know, and abstains from luxury, though he can sometimes be short-tempered and overconfident. Hatchy Man was summoned to Third Earth by Mumra and tricked into believing the Thundercats were evil. After learning of this deception, Hachiman became a staunch ally to Lion-O and the Thundercats, and that's really the great 80s story arc, be it G.I. Joe, be it Thundercats, He-Man, Transformers, you name it. There was always a couple of episodes in every single series where some new guy would come, or gal, I guess, and they were a villain, and they didn't understand they were being hoodwinked. Yes, hoodwinked, they were being tricked, the wool was over their eyes, and they turned later on and said, oh, wait a minute, Megatron, Cobra Commander, Mumra, whoever, we know who the good guys are, and then they turn good. It's quite the story arc. It's an age-old tale. Who knows? Who knows what's going on there? But we've seen it many times, and Hachiman, just another one of those guys out there. See you later. Goodbye, and oh my gosh. Woo! That's got some smell to it. That's got some Chinese factory smell going on. Looking interesting. A lot of good pieces, a lot of good accessories to this one. A good samurai. I could see somebody picking this up just saying, hey, I also want a cool looking samurai in my collection. Looking very interesting. But I'm going to take him offline, get him out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Hatchy Man. All right, got Hatchy Man out of the package here. Let's see what all the fuss is about. Let's start with the hands first. And he's got the what you doing, brother hand. He's going to put that right in Lion-O's face, going to wave it around a little bit, challenge him to a duel, and see where it goes from there. But he does got that pointer finger there. You got two fists of Hatchy Man Fury. You don't want to be at the other end of these fists because he's angry. He's from the planet of the Red Sun. He's ready to throw some fists. And then we got some Haya hands. We'll call them the Haya hands. Who knows? Maybe a little too stereotypical. I don't know. But we do got those hands going on here. Looking very good in the hand department. Then he's got 2 gripping hands, which most likely that's what I'm going to use. You got to display this guy with a sword, I think. At least I think you do. And speaking of swords, you got one here. You got this one with all the kind of like lightning attachment to it. Very, very nice. Like the looks of that. Lightning attachment is removable if that is your thing. I feel like you got to leave that on here though, but looks very, very nice. Nice clear, of course, nice ribbed handle down here, gold and silver attack. Looking beautiful. And then you do get another one. You get the, is it a sheath? Is that what it is? You get the sheath here, nice ornate gold handle on the top, and then you get that same blade without the effect piece. You got the gold and black attack down here, silver blade, fits just right into that sheath, and that sheath's got a little wrapping on the side, and we'll talk about this in a little bit with the figure as well. Then we got a piece, I have no idea what this is. It looks like, could it be the Red Sun Intercontinental title belt? That's what this could be here. You got a little bit of a, I guess a lion of some kind, a panther, I don't know what that is. It looks like it would plug in somewhere, but I have no idea where it would plug into. You can help me out in the comments if you want, or don't, either way. But looking interesting here. I don't know if he just holds this up, and it's like one of those like kind of wrapping belts or something like that. He's going to hold it up to the world. I don't know what that is. It's a weird accessory piece. That's what that is. But now we get down to Hatchy Man himself, and we're hatching a plan to review Hatchy Man. And man, looks just like him, what I think of him with. Very Wolverine-like in the hair department. Same color, same big old Mike Nesmith sideburns, looking beautiful there. He's got those eyebrows up, so you know he's on guard at all times. And a very stoic look, very on brand once again for Hatchy Man. He's got the bandana around the top like a young Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, really, at the end of the day. But looks good there. And then we get this second head sculpt, which I don't think was available with the figure at all back in the day. Of course, the LGN. And I guess, I don't remember it, but he must have wore this, of course, in the TV series. Maybe this is how he was introduced, actually, if I remember correctly. Then he took his mask off and didn't really put this bad boy back on. But looking very much like a silver samurai, just not silver. But got the angry teeth going on. He's gritting those teeth. He's ready to go. Got the angry eyes. Got the big old horn up there on the top. All the spikes. Very ornate, but very samurai-esque. I like the looks of that. Looks very, very nice. Then we get down to the figure here. We do got that white belt, but you got a spot on the side where you can put his whole sword, everything else. Stick that right in there so you can store that on him. Always here to store stuff on the figures, of course. You guys know how that works. But you can do that if you so choose. Choose your own sword adventure. And then, of course, he went up on one of those very stereotypical Japanese samurai rooftops, and he pulled down a couple of roof shingles, and he put them as shoulder guards down here. Looking interesting in blue, of course, but they really move out of the way, which is really nice. And he's got another pair of shoulder guards underneath there. Then he's got a big brown kind of suit, almost like a janitor suit over the top, or a Ghostbuster suit. Maybe he's fighting some ghosts. Hatchy Man not afraid of no ghosts, I'm sure. And then you get the kind of samurai skirt going over here, a little protection on the side. Same thing on the forearms, everything else. Looking good. You got those 2 toes down here, kind of the very Storm Shadow. There we go. Storm Shadow S slippers down here at the bottom. And then he's got some Terry Steinbach shin guards. Of course, most people don't know Terry Steinbach at the end of his career, after the Twins, went overseas to Japan and tried out for a couple of samurai baseball teams. And that's where those were inspired by. Somebody fact check that. I would not waste your time, but if you want to, fact check it. Arms going all the way around for the old Hatchy Man. Got a bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, side to side, of course. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth. Very squeaky. Squeaky head on him. Looking good. Waist articulation. Those big old Hatchy Man splits. You got to have it from the Far East, of course. You got to be doing those splits. Legs do go up. You do get a single jointed knee. No real side to side on that one. Ankles up and down, side to side. Not a ton of movement there either. But he does fit, of course, on a Ringside Collectible Mattel stand, hopefully. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%, of course, at Ringside Collectibles. What do you know? Fits right there. Fits right there on a stand very, very easily. Got Lion-O right here. We can kind of compare the sizes and see. Look at that. I don't remember him. I remember him being about the same size as Lion-O, or maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. It just feels like this whole wave is a little bit smaller than I imagined. Did somebody hit the reset, the shrink ray or something there at the factory? I don't know what happened, but he does feel a little bit short, a little bit small to me. Be interested in your opinion on that as well. But Hatchy Man, an iconic one for me, maybe not everybody, but definitely remember seeing him the most of any Thundercats in my area when I was a very little kid out there. And I didn't have any Thundercat toys outside of Mumra and Slythe as a little kid. You can't collect it all. Your parents won't let you do it. And as much as I like Thundercats, I like G.I. Joe, I like wrestling, I like He-Man a lot more than Thundercats. But that's just the way it goes. That's the way the old samurai cookie crumbles from the planet of the red sun. But there's old Hatchy Man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got, of course, 2 YouTube channels with videos every single day. Patreon, of course, early access to all the videos from both YouTube channels, all the glamour shots, all the Q&A, all the giveaway, all kinds of stuff. I do appreciate the support of everybody that signs up for the Patreon. You can even be a free member if you want to. Sign over in the link in the description below. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars Series, just shy of 700 pages, up on Barnes & Noble and Amazon right now as we speak. Appreciate the support on the book. And of course, if you want to hit me up, talk to me over on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Hachiman, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.